Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. And it's Young in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, it's Hunter and Mobley teaming up at forward. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. And if you're a fan of strong post play, you're in for a treat tonight.
Boy, B.A., you remember when the conversation was you don't need center. Anymore. Guess what? We're back at it. Two of the best at the 5 spot in this one.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
After averaging just about 3 points per game as a rookie, Jalen Johnson has put so much work into his game and has become a very good NBA player.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding frees Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Now here's Young. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The control of Young, unleashing a devastating dribble move and finding the shot.
Hunter on the wing. Outside Garland. From deep, Mobley. The rebound by Atlanta. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And these two teams will face off against one another 4 times. It should be fun.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that?
Here's Mitchell following the score by Atlanta. Back to Mobley. Pass to Allen. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Daniels. That shot is off. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant. We have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and count him on every possession. Brian, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
That was a sensational pass. And then the catch and finish in the same motion? Ridiculous.
Alley-oops like that are so rare, you simply have to take a second to enjoy it. Beyond the arc, gets the 3 to fall. Hunter's got his second bucket on the night.
That's a nice pass by Donovan Mitchell right there. Such a good playmaker.
Daniels against Mitchell. Daniels misses. The Cavs trailing. Pass to Mitchell. And there's There's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, Doris, Donovan Mitchell has really proven to be the kind of star you can build your team around.
Donovan Mitchell experienced a high level of winning as a young player, but he hasn't broken through and won a championship. So now every aspect of what he does is about making sure the group thrives. That's why you want to build around him.
And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Grant.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
Mobley outside. Garland, the pass to Mobley. The three from Mitchell. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Rizachet. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. To stop the run. And he lays it up and in. Johnson's got 5 points.
And that's where Johnson does most of his work offensively, inside the paint.
And Cleveland calls their first time out of the game. And we've got a line change for Cleveland. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. The Hawks in second.
Yeah, they were a fantastic passing team last year. It's part of the culture they're building. So many of their easy shots came at the end of a great assist.
Ball with it. Covered by Alexander Walker. Here's Wade. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And he banks in the layup.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. Now here's Ball. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Pass to Merrill. Back to Wade. From outside the arc. And Cleveland another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Hawks trail by 6. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And Cleveland another 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter here. Outside, Alexander Walker. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Outside Strus. Three-pointer. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
On the wing, Alexander Walker, hounded by Ball. Alexander Walker, the pass to Okongwu. On the wing, Alexander Walker, just 4 to shoot. Off the mark there with a 3. Cleveland leading by 10. And it's Strus off the... Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Now Alexander Walker. 8 points in his last time out. Pass to Newell. Fades away. Another one falls for Atlanta.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers turning this break in the action up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We'll be right back after this word. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Greg.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu. And it's Gay in at the four-man spot. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, guys. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Young. Pass to Gay. Young looking for an opening. The shot from 20 feet out. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. The Cavaliers lead by 10. The three from Mitchell. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. And it'll be Atlanta with their first time out of the game here. Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, B.A., because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Hunter comes in for Tyson. And Darius Garland subbed in for Ball. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Risacher comes in for Kennard. Now here's Hunter. He has 6. Mobley, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Daniels. And the deficit down inside single digits. Daniels has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And the shot is good by Garland. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
This guy's so creative off the bounce. Darius Garland, he has a handle that is top-notch, folks.
Mitchell against Daniels. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavs have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And it seems like the East is wide open, Doors. How do the Cavs capitalize with a deep run?
Well, I think they can start with continuity. They have a quality young core when you think about Evan Mobley, when you think about Darius Garland, when you think about Jared Allen. So I'm not arguing for complacency by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think there's a strong case for running it back and giving a talented offensive team with a double big lineup another opportunity. I think they're good enough.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Mobley. Hunter on the wing. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. Hunter's got 9.
Wow, you have to love the decision-making of the big man, Mr. Mobley. What a pass.
Here's Gay. Back to Young. Showing off his agility and touch inside. Trae Young.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Out to Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. And another basket for Cleveland.
Spida is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
Here's Gay. Outside Young. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Garland against Young. The 3 from Mitchell. Rebound Atlanta. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Risacher drives in. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A 12-point game. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Now here's Risache. He had 10 points in the win against Indiana. Here's Young. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Cleveland calls timeout. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Nance, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Strus comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Merrill in for Darius Garland. Hunter can't get it to go. Hawks trail by 10. To the left side wing. Oh, swiped away. Up top, Nance. 8 points in his last timeout. Here's Merrill. Hits the trifecta.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
The Hawks have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Mobley with the block.
Boy, Mobley read that the entire way. His defensive instincts are so good.
Merrill left side. Pass to Strus. Hunter on the wing. Back to Strus. From deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that concludes the first half.
42.
The Cavaliers on top. They lead by 13. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 assist. He's really stood out for them to this point. Taking a look at the Cavaliers, Shaq, what'd you think?
They built this lead from the perimeter. You know they have shooters to do it. We know sometimes they play outside in. This is one of those games that's going on by the script. Impressive performance there.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get in some help. That pretty much covers everything. Shaq, you think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Mitchell and Hunter will be filling out the wings. Mobley and Allen patrol the paint for him. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Over to the left wing. Garland for 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Risache drives in. Oh, rejected by Allen.
This guy is known for his rim protection. Jared Allen, exceptional defense.
Hawks trail by 13. Down low. Here's Johnson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he's good on the 2nd. Cleveland leading by 12. The drive by Garland. From deep, Mitchell. The rebound by the Hawks.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
They get it back. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And Mitchell with the slam.
But if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Young with it, now guarded by Mobley. Look at KP, strong inside.
In the modern NBA, boy, you hunt down mismatches. That's a size disadvantage, and he takes advantage.
Out to Mobley, the 3 ball. Porzingis grabs the board.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
Snatched up. Pass to Johnson. Hunter with some nice D. For Cleveland, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Guys, back to you.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Tyson comes in for Hunter, and it's Ball in for Donovan Mitchell. Just 3 to shoot. Tyson. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Ball against Daniels. Outside Rizachet. They get it again. Here's Daniels. Garland comes with the double team and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Cavaliers now. Cleveland leading by 12. How about Dyson Daniels, Grant? Last season, leading the league in steals.
Well, averaging over 3 a game. That mark hadn't been met in over 3 decades, BA. In the process, the Aussie earning the nickname, the Great Barrier Thief. Not bad.
Now here's Daniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Daniels has got 6 points.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Here they come, fans. It's your time.
A different look for Cleveland. Nance, he's checked in for Allen. Strus comes in for Wade. And it's Merrill in for Darius Garland. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Newell comes in for Johnson. Houston, he's checked in for Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels. Here's Tyson. No points so far. Okongwu with it. He's picked up by Merrill. Alexander Walker, the pass to Houston. Here's Newell. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
Here's Newell. He's guarded by Nance. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Larry Nance picks one up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Gay's checked in for Houston. It's Merrill on the wing. Defended by Kennard. Pass to Tyson. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Oh, got that one up quick. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Ball outside. Pass to Merrill. And here's Ball. Lets the 3 fly. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Gay, hounded by Ball. Okongwu with the bucket.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
54 seconds left in the third. Here's Ball. The rebound by Atlanta.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Assertive play by Ball inside. Not letting a close defender just shut him down.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. A different look for Cleveland. Evan Mobley comes in for Nance. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Tyson. Atlanta also making some changes. Ricochet comes in for Gay. And it's Trae Young in for Kennard. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The three from Ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're still in front, but they desperately needed that hoop to sustain the advantage.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Good D by Mobley. And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. Daniels and Ricochet out on the perimeter. Okongwu out there with Newell. And it's Young in at the one. Here's Ricochet. Daniels outside. Another shot. Not going to go that time. Hunter with some nice D. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Here's Mitchell. Grown man point from Donovan Mitchell.
One of the real streak scorers in the game. Donovan Mitchell is heated up and percolating.
Back to Daniels. No good with a layup. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. Left side Ricochet. There's Young with the three. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. That one's on Darius Garland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Cleveland. Free throw is good. Young.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you. And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Greg?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11", and the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ.
Now here's Young. Garland with the defensive effort. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Let's go with a three. Rebound Atlanta. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And he lobs it up. Oh, Porzingis, a huge target.
At that size, Porzingis doesn't have to travel far to get above the cup. That is a nice finish.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Offline with a 3. Hawks trail by 8. There's Young with the 3. Young with the signature tray.
Oh, I'll tell you what, in this fourth quarter, he's been locked in and has made some big shots for his team.
Mobley outside. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Rizachet.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds. The Cavs will take it. Young against Garland. It's tipped.
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Back to Young on the wing. Daniels. Outside Young. Clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. Hunter with the rebound. Hunter's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Garland. And stolen by Porzingis. He goes up. Oh, how about KP on the break?
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Cleveland calls timeout.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
You know what's interesting? It seems like he's hitting everything he's putting up there. I mean, he's caught fire and just has continued on with the attack. I mean, his ability to pick the D apart, wow. So impressive, so incredible.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Mitchell to the rack. Back to Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland working the ball around now. The 3 from Mitchell. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
But just extraordinary poise from Donovan Mitchell. Poise and feel on display.
Here's Young. Oh, Young with the power move.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Here's Garland. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Young.
At the line for Cleveland, Darius Garland.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just step to the line with confidence, and this young man delivers. Nicely done.
And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the 4th. Ooh, the soft teardrop by Young.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
Here's Garland. Cranked it in off the glass. Garland's got 6 here in the quarter.
One thing we know about Darius Garland already, he is never going to shy away from his big-time opportunity.
Young can't hit. The Cavaliers have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this 4th. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That'll be a second foul of the game. Strus, he's checked in for Hunter. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. There's 49 seconds left in the final quarter.
We are the 6th man.
Young from long range, and it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
Now here's Strus. Here's Mitchell. Count it!
Important bucket by Mobley there. So good to see this young man rise to the occasion.
looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're down by 5. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And please give a round of applause for your powerhouse team.
Daniels passes to Johnson. That shot, no good. Mobley with some nice D. And an intentional foul right there.
Daniels, first, team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. And Atlanta has possession. Johnson finds Young. And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Cleveland calls timeout. They lead by 4. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
If it wasn't out of reach already, guys, those free throws turn the lights off.
Johnson on the wing. Back to Young. 3-pointer. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
He makes the first of 3, and that brings him within 5. The second one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Second, team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Jalen Wells. It's time to meet your Toronto Raptors. This is the big man in the mirror at 7 feet tall. Number 19, Jakob Poeltl. At point guard, standing 6'2", number 5, Emmanuel Quickly. The other guard, at 6'6", number 9, Arthur Bennett. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 3, Brandon Ingram. At 6'8" forward, number 4, Scott. The head coach of your home team. These are your Toronto Raptors.
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Edey out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant. Then there's Wells. And for the Raptors, the post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Poeltl. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Well, GA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. Things are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
Pass to Edey. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, that's how Edey makes his biggest impact offensively. Cleans up a lot of misses.
Morant against Quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Jackson against Barnes. That one wide left. Now here's Quickly. He's guarded closely. And Ingram puts up a deep 3. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Here's Morant. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Misses the layup. And here they come. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
It's rebounded by Barrett.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Memphis. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
So timeout call here. The first for Memphis. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, with a window of opportunity opening in the East, the Raptors are trying to make inroads. After acquiring Brandon Ingram last season, he's finally out of the bubble wrap and providing that offensive punch that this team has needed. The goal is clear. Ingram said it himself. They're looking to get back into the playoffs in Toronto.
Love that confidence. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Inside. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Now, here's Quickly. Still scoreless. And that one, good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Wells in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Lets it go from 11. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Raptors leading by 4. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And an impressive handle there from Ingram, proving how effective he can be with the ball in his hands.
A minute 42 left in the first. Quickly against Morant. To the left wing. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Great dig into that a little bit.
From a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Murray Boyle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dick. His three-pointers off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant surveying the D. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. The Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Offensive rebound. Pass to Shed. Takes a 3. Aldama with the rebound. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jerome, good.
And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
Here's Dick from deep. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Morant. And that one released in time, but no good. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
They've got Grady Dick and Murray Boyles in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen. The player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And that one's good by Pippen.
The assist. John Concha.
The Raptors with the lead. And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis is John Morant. But his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
Here's Conchar after Toronto at the three-pointer. And Aldama has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
An ideal stretch big. Aldama is 6'11" and very good behind the line.
Knocked loose, stolen by Pippen. Unloads from 13. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Murray Boyles. He has yet to score. Barrett with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Latrey. It's Clark with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Coach, I know you're familiar with Caldwell Pope's game from coaching him early in his career.
Yeah, look, Kevin, and he's just continued to get better and better. And like most veteran guys, he's just gotten smarter with the experience that he has. This is a guy who plays with great energy. He's in great shape, and he is tough as heck and is not going to make many mistakes.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. And the layup falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There at the pass to Quickly. No good. Shot missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
They get a hand on it. Mobo with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Now here's Ingram. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Off target from outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Barnes sends it back. It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Ingram kicks to Quickly. For three, Barrett. Nailed from three-point land. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
Pass to Clark. On the wing, Jackson. Quickly against Pippen. Fades and shoots. It's deflected. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with attacking the rim with bad intention.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, two things can happen on that, Kevin. Number one, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't. And the ball's thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Here's Battle. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Puts it up. Again, Toronto.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Morant outside. No one near as Jerome lets it go. Drills it from outside. Jerome's got 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. Their D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Jerome, and the layup's good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
In the corner, Barrett with it. There's the triple, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Morant against Quickly. Morant outside. Morant bullies his way inside.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Now here's Morant for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance from R.J. Barrett. He has been the story for Toronto. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hi, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. There was no stopping R.J. Barrett in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he wasn't himself in that last contest, but tonight, he's really turned it around. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy. Kind of like Shaq Suit.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, their strategy to pound inside has worked well so far. I wouldn't get away from it if I was Charles in the second half, man. Keep working into the posts, and you got to win that physical battle.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
And it's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him wrapping up the assists.
So on the floor for Memphis, they got Jackson. Jalen Wells is out there with John Morant. Then there's Edey. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here's Barnes for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. So Morant will go to the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Ingram. The electric John Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with John Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for John means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
And the Raptors making a change here. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Down low, And he dumps it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Ingram. He's got 11. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Fades. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morant outside. And the dunk by Edey.
What a jam there by Edey. When he hammers it home, you feel the reverberations from here.
Pass to Ingram. Buries it from three-point range. Ingram's got 14 points. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
God down the lane. And there it is for him.
It's hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Toronto calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Wells wide open, and it's Memphis with another.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Dick. And the Raptors miss again. Memphis leading by 5. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Here's Caldwell Pope. No good from outside. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher. It will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Well, when Ingram gets it going like this, he's a very hard man to defend.
Some changes for Memphis. Jock Landale's checked in for Zach Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's Ty Jerome in for Wells. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Hands it from downtown. Murray Boyle has got his first 3 points of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Aldama, and it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Shed. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Well, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
And he drives in. Jerome passes to Landale. Here's Aldama. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the 7-footer, Santi Aldama. You know, Stan, he looks like a guard out there at times.
The way this guy has improved since he's come into the league is phenomenal. You know, this is a guy who's gotten better as a shooter, more consistent, more efficient. But then he's added, like you said, his ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, and his ability to pass off the dribble. This is a very skilled big man. A slender big man with a nice shooting touch. Aldama is one of those guys who seems to get steadily better each season.
Scottie Pippen, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Shed. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Barrett. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Barrett's got 16.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They got R.J. Barrett, and it's battle at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Aldama. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Shed. It's Barrett on the wing. Here's the 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Barrett against Jerome, and he gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And here's Barrett. Lets it go with the 3. It's deflected. Now, here's Pippen. Got a hand on it.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end. And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. Jalen Wells comes in for Jerome. And it's John Morant in for Scottie Pippen. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rakovic said to the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Thank you once again, Allie. Ingram dishes to Barrett. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Ingram kicks to quickly. Back to Barnes. Shoots over Morant. And that one's good. Barnes. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Thunder, that's one that stands out to me. A lot of great talent involved in that one, and I'm curious to see how they improved over the offseason.
Barrett kicks to Barnes. For 3, Ingram. That one's not going to go. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Now Morant. Edey trying to break free. Pass to Wells. Back to Edey. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Barrett gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
You see here just how good Morant is at spotting openings, then moving the ball into them.
Raptors leading by 5. Left side, Barrett. It's Barrett on the wing. For 3, Ingram. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Yeah, Morant is just a force of nature. Exceedingly difficult to guard him without fouling.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
4 on the clock. Ingram passes to Barnes, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Morant against Quickly. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Rejected by Ingram. Now here's Quickly. Covered by Wells. Barnes looking around. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pirtle. The Grizzlies pull it in. 80's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morant, the bounce pass. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface with John Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
It's the first, and that brings them within 2. Both free throws good from Morant.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
And Toronto turns it over again.
What a costly turnover. Those are the ones that keep you up at night.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 1. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's time now to present our player of the game, R.J. Barrett.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Here's Wells. It falls!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Barrett kicks to Ingram. To end the cold streak. Doesn't go for it.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Morant outside. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Scotty Barnes, 4 personal foul, 13 foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. There's the drive. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. It's tied at 61. There's 10 seconds left in the game. To the wing right side. Here's Morant. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. And so it's Memphis with it. Hard spots filled by Morant and Jerome. Santi Aldama is out there with Zach Edey. Barrett against Jerome. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Quickly against Morant. Out to Ingram. It's Barrett on the wing. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Into the lane. And he makes that one. Jerome's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Grizzlies. And the Raptors call time here.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan.
Jalen Wells checked in for Ty Jerome.
Next, Grizzlies substitute.
Toronto trailing.
Wells.
Quickly with it. Toronto working the ball around now.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
Ingram right side. Shoots it. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. He lobs it up. It's rebounded by Quickly.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. There's a minute 34 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. The Raptors making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. The 3 from Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded close. Oh, and they take the lead. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
And coming through in a big way, you have to love Barrett there, taking over down the stretch.
Morant against Quickly, and it's Morant missing. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Outside, Barrett. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Wells. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brendan Ingram.
Clearly a foul.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Wells drops them both.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Barrett. Count it!
I like that pivotal moment in the game, and Barrett showing some mental fortitude.
Timeout call, the Grizzlies. They're down by 2. 16 seconds left in overtime. Morant outside. Right wing. Here's Edey. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic.
It's always a party with your North Side crew. Go on the rock, fans.
Barrett inside the 3. Oh, he got it to go!
That was incredible.
And he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow. Those are the moments you live for as a player. And as a coach, you're just thankful to come away with the win.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra point to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And we'll see you next time.